Yo, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna be playing some underlevel ladder. That's not the deck. That was me practicing some stuff. Okay, this is the deck, and yeah, we're gonna be doing it live, of course. And this is basically gonna be like my next how to master graveyard video, and it's gonna be part 4. Um, and so yeah, without any further ado, let's jump into it, and I will try my absolute hardest to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and like kind of show you guys how to count cycle, what kind of cards they're gonna drop, where you're gonna want to place your cards. Okay, so this guy's gonna go straight for a Goblin barrel, so we're just gonna use our barb barrel, and we will just let his princess get 2 hits, and then we'll just drop a high Ice Whiz. And I think Ice Whiz is the best card to drop for that, just because it's only 3 elixirs, so 3 for 3 trade. And because he dropped a Valkyrie, we can go with a high Baby Dragon, and we don't even want that Valkyrie to get 1 hit. And the reason why I dropped high Valkyries, I didn't really have a better cycle, so yeah, we're gonna go with that. And as soon as that Valkyrie dies, I don't think she'll take it out. Okay, no matter what, we are going to Goblin Cage like this, and then we're gonna chill because okay. So he's going to go in for another Goblin Barrel, so we are just going to barb barrel that. And we have to get an Ice Whiz down, otherwise we're going to take a bunch of damage, so I think that will fully counter it. Yep. Yes, it will. And so now that we have our Ice Wizard counter pushing, I'm pretty sure we're up Elixir, so I think that this is a good graveyard to do. And we can even poison, because, yeah, we're going to hit some of the Barbarians, and so that's not that bad of a poison. Yeah, that's going to be really good because he's going to have like 0 counter push. So just like that, we took over the lead, even though he was playing super aggressive. I think he was doing that because we're kind of an under-leveled account. So we're going to just drop our cage in the middle, and I like to drop my cage if I know that my cage, like, they don't have Hog Rider, they don't have E-Giant, they don't really have anything to punish us. If I play that cage, like, there's nothing he can really do to punish that, so not a bad cage. We can go barb barrel, and we can actually go in for another graveyard, because that was like a in my opinion, like a bad E-Wiz, and he doesn't have anything good. Like, he just used his Valkyrie, which was his best counter, and we can actually activate our King Tower now. Okay, well, I guess I kind of failed. I didn't expect the Ice Wiz to kill everything, so we can Baby Dragon high because we want to protect our Ice Wiz. And I'm going to start playing a little bit more aggressive, so we're going to go in for another graveyard. And we know he's going to play Barbarians or Valkyrie, so we're going to just predictive poison. I was trying to get some Barbarians in there, but that's okay. And as soon as that Ice Wiz dies, we are going to try and predict his princess in 3, 2, 1. I wanted to make him think I wasn't going to do anything. We can drop an Ice Wiz like this, and then we are just going to barb barrel that because it seems like I don't really need the King Tower activation. I don't want to be too greedy. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Yep. And so we got the King Tower activation now. He's probably going to go for a princess as soon as that Baby Dragon dies, so we're going to predict it with a cage. And he does exactly that, so we can drop an Ice Wiz over to the side. And we can go with a high Valkyrie. And we can go with a Baby Dragon like this. We can go with a barb barrel, and we can go with a tornado back, and that's going to be like no damage on the other side. And if anything, he's going to take some shots now. He has no Barbarians in cycle, so we're going to wait a second. We're going to go for a Ice Wizard first, and yep, we predict his princess, and we'll go with a Baby Dragon to the side. And we're going to go for a predictive poison because I know he's going to play his Electro Wizard. Well, I mean, I thought he would play his Electro Wizard or something, so kind of insane that he didn't. We're just going to go for a Goblin Cage, and we'll go for an Ice Wizard low. It seems like he doesn't really have a spell to punish this. That's a tricky barrel on the right side, so we can see that easily. I'm going to drop a high Baby Dragon while that Barbarian is being tanked for by, and we can just poison both of those. That's value. And we're going to actually tornado everything towards that poison, and Baby Dragon's going to splash it, and that's going to be GG's, guys. That's a super easy first game. Yeah, he had no chance whatsoever. So yeah, not even, you just had no chance. We can start opening that chest and we'll jump into the next one. Going against Rudy. So with this type of cycle, we're just gonna chill. Okay, so same play as the other guy, kind of interesting. So he's gonna get 2 hits, but that's fine. We're just gonna go Ice Wiz, and I'm gonna wait a second to see what he wants to do. So I'm curious as to what his deck is. Okay, so it looks like he has some type of Goblin Barrel cycle deck. So okay, there's the Goblin Barrel. We're just gonna Barbarian Barrel, and he's gonna have to play his building. Yep, there's his building. So in this matchup, it's actually better to just go Graveyard naked, and we'll hold out our Goblin cage so I can predict his Princess if he decided to play it, and he did. So really good play by us to be holding, like, I had the Goblin Barrel in hand, just ready for him to do that, and he goes for a tricky barrel to the back. It does not work out for him. Yeah, so just like that, we've done really well. Okay, so he kind of tricked me a little bit. I didn't realize he was back to Princess, so we're just gonna have to Baby Dragon on that, and he's probably gonna let go of the Baby Dragon if he's smart. So he played, alright, so now let's count the cycle so he doesn't, so I don't let him do that again. He just played E-Spirit, right? So we'll go with a low Valkyrie. I hope he doesn't have Rocket, but he hasn't showed it yet, so we'll see if he wants to Rocket that. Okay, so he does have Rocket, so now he's played 2 cards, guys. So we're just gonna go for a cage like this, and then we'll see what he wants to do. And so now he has no Rocket in cycle. He just plays Skeletons. That's card number 3. He just played a Barrel in the back. That's card number 4. So now he just dropped his Princess in the back. We can go for a Poison and a Graveyard, and then at last second we can drop our Baby Dragon. And now he's gonna have to deal with both sides. Otherwise he's gonna take a bunch of damage. And we can get a cage back up because he just cycled back to another Princess, which means that he has his Barbarian Barrel in cycle now. So we kept track of it that time, and we were super smart by keeping track of it right there. So we can go in for a naked Graveyard again, and I'm gonna snipe his Princess like this, and I'm gonna snipe this Princess over here with a Poison and hitting his lowest tower. And he's outcycling me once again, so we're gonna drop our cage and get back to another barrel. Oh my gosh, super good barrel by him. He actually tricked me a little bit. Okay, so we gotta go for a Graveyard like this, and we're gonna go for a high Baby Dragon. We're gonna go for a predictive Poison on anything he plays, and I'm gonna hold my Ice Wizard, getting ready for him to play Princess. So I hope he plays. And yeah, so maybe I should have just known. Well, a lot of people actually don't use Rocket in his deck, so I didn't expect him to Rocket that very first Valkyrie. So there's really nothing I could have done differently, because usually they have Fireball, and actually usually that's the deck that he was just using was a deck that Morton shared, and it's 2.4 Elixir, but not that version. That version is actually 3.0 Elixir, but I didn't expect him to be using that because I expected him to be using like the deck that Morton shared, and so because he wasn't, he caught me off guard with that, so that's okay. I think he got incredibly lucky by having Rocket, and because I would have never played my Valkyrie behind, like down here by my King Tower, had I known that. So he's gonna Fireball my Ice Wiz. That's fine. This is Xbow, so I think we just have to Barbell trying to get his Skeletons. We actually do get the Skeletons, so that's super good. And because of that, I think I'm gonna go high Valkyrie. There's no reason for that, and I think we're gonna predict his Xbow 0, and we'll go for a high Goblin cage. I'm not too sure how that just worked out for him, but yeah, we're gonna go high Baby Dragon, and he's gonna get a little bit of damage, but he's also gonna have to deal with this counter push now. I mean, he deals with it pretty easily, but that's fine with me, because now he has no archers in cycle, right? So when they have log in their deck, this is the graveyard placement. It's usually you would have played it like I would have played it like one tile in, but because he has log in his deck, and we knew that, we actually don't have to play like that, and we get quite a bit of damage. We can go for a Ice Wizard and a Valkyrie because we know that he has his what's it called? His Tesla in cycle, and I don't think he was like expecting us to be all the way back to Valkyrie and stuff. So not badly played on our part. So we can just go Goblin Cage down low and get ready for him. Okay, that's a really bad fireball. So we can actually go for another graveyard, knowing that he just went for a bad fireball and poison his archers this time, wherever he plays them. Okay, I didn't want to predictive poison if he didn't play them in the spot that people normally do. And I think that we're going to predict his Xbow at 3, 2, okay. So he actually plays it pretty smart and goes opposite lane. So we're going to go for a Goblin Cage like this, and then we'll go for a Valkyrie to tank like this, and then at last second we're going to go for a predictive bar barrel. I don't think that's going to do anything now because we did that really well. We can go for Ice Wizard like this, and we're going to poison because I know for a fact he's going to play his Tesla, so that's fine. And I think we just need a bar barrel at 0 to make sure. And we're going to tornado all that into our Valkyrie. So super good fireball on his part. Not really much I could have done there, but the good thing though is that he doesn't have archers in cycle, so we're going to go Baby Dragon and Graveyard. And we're going to go Poison now, because I don't really have anything else I can do, and we're going to have to go right there with the bar barrel so that he can't get anything down. Okay, so he's going to go for a defensive Xbow in this situation. We're going to want to go Valkyrie like this, and as soon as that Xbow starts shooting at that, we're going to go like this. We're going to go Goblin Cage on defense, and then we're going to drop a bar barrel like this. Ice Wiz high. That's going to tank for it for a second. Just enough time for us to get a poison down. And I think Tornado Poison does enough. I want to say it does. If it doesn't, then we can drop a high Valkyrie. We can drop a Barbarian Barrel. We can get a Goblin Cage down. And that's going to be GG's, guys. We win against a hard counter. So he was kind of BMing me as well. I think he thought maybe he was going to win that. And so yeah, I'm sure you guys want to see that matchup for sure. Yeah, we played really well. I think he wasn't an amazing Xbow player by any means, but I think if you play this matchup really well, then you have a chance of winning. So anyways, this guy. Okay, so just like everybody else, he's gonna go super aggressive at the very beginning. So we're just gonna go for a high Valkyrie. And okay, so I'm not gonna play my my Goblin Cage this time. Like normally, you know, as you guys know, I would have probably played Goblin Cage, but the reason why we're not playing Goblin Cage is I'm pretty sure that he has some type of, he either has like Ram Rider or he has Battle Ram, and I don't want to play it. Okay, just like I said, there's the Ram Rider, and I didn't want to play my Cage if he was gonna be able to like get that down. So we're going to try and get a good bar barrel down, and then I'm going to try and get a late Valkyrie down, and that's going to completely stunt everything. And so now we can go for a Graveyard, because I feel like we have a good enough counter push that we won't really get too badly punished. And yeah, so his Ewiz is not going to, his Ewiz dies? Oh my gosh. And just like that, guys, we take his tower, because we really caught him off guard with how well of a defense that we set up. He wasn't expecting it. So, super good encounter for us. And I think we can just Ice Wiz down low and get our Goblin Cage back in cycle. And so he's gonna Pekka. So now in this situation, we will Goblin Cage, and we'll just Goblin Cage and chill, because I will probably cycle back to a graveyard and defend with my graveyard if I have to. And we're gonna Barb Barrel like this, just to like stop that Dark Prince charge. We're gonna go for a Valkyrie like this so that, okay, never mind, because he just played his Ewis and his Baby Dragon, we can go for a poison, and that's gonna all be defended. And now we're all the way back to our Goblin Cage. We can go Goblin Cage like this, Ice Wiz down low in case he wants to Fireball. Yep. Okay, so he's gonna go for a Pekka. That's fine with me. We can go with Baby Dragon down low this time. And then depending on, yeah, so we're just gonna Barb Barrel on top of that. We can go with a low Valkyrie. And he's gonna have to play something to try and kill my Baby Dragon. So we're gonna go with a Graveyard on defense. And okay, so it looks like he also has poison, so this interesting. We can go with a Baby Dragon to the side, and we can go with a Valkyrie like this, and at last second then we can just drop a cage like this, and that would have completely defended it for 0 hits. And we'll give him the good luck because he seemed like he was a really cool guy. He was saying, you know, good game, like well played, but he was saying that because he thinks it's well played that we're as high as we are in trophies with our card levels and with our King Tower. So yeah, definitely appreciate that when somebody recognizes real. So we're gonna jump into the next one. We're going against Grom. I think that's how you would pronounce this name. It's not 2 O's. So let's see what Grom wants to do. Probably go at the bridge, right? So yeah, he's gonna go. That's pretty unfortunate that he dropped a bandit because I would not have played my Goblin Cage. Yeah. So we can just go for a Barb Barrel, a perfect Barb Barrel, just to stop it from charging. And we can go for a low Ice Wizard. I think in this situation we actually do have to Graveyard on defense. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to Graveyard on defense because he's like got us in a bad cycle. And then we can, yeah, we don't even have to, we don't have to do anything else, I don't think. Okay, yeah, we don't have to do anything else. That's going to completely defend everything, that Graveyard on defense. So because he played the bandit, we can just drop our Valkyrie. And I'm not worried right now that he just dropped his Ghost because all we have to do is Barb Barrel it, I think. Yep. And so now he's going to have to deal with that for a 4 elixir card. There's his 4 elixir card. So we have our Goblin Cage in cycle now. So we're going to play our Goblin Cage, and that's going to completely defend that. And I think we have a good cycle now, so we're actually going to go for a Graveyard because whatever he plays, we can get some good poison value on, and I don't think he's going to expect us to do it yet. So actually a really well played Graveyard because look how much damage our Goblin Brawler got with the Graveyard distracting. And we're going to poison that Magic Archer no matter what because we don't want it to like get any damage. And if I would have been quicker, I would have used Barb Barrel on his bandit, but he was pretty quick with the draw, so that's pretty unfortunate. We're gonna Goblin Cage up, and if he goes for a Battle Ram, we're gonna have to Tornado it like this, guys, because he won't go Battle Ram in this lane. He'll go Battle Ram in the other lane. So we're gonna try and catch that. Okay, he's gonna give us a lot of poison value, so we can poison all that, and that's basically all dead. And we're all the way back to another Goblin Cage, so we can Goblin Cage in the middle, and that's going to completely defend everything. So super well played on our part. And now that we know that he has poison, I think we can actually go Barb Barrel with a Graveyard, and then poison whatever he does. Okay, so yeah, I think he's going to play Ewis into this poison, so we're definitely going to poison. And just like I said, we predict his Ewis with a poison, so we can go Ice Wizard and cycle back to a Goblin Cage. We know he's gonna play a high Magic Archer, and so there it is. So we're going to try and protect our Ice Wizard. We do so successfully, and we can drop a Valkyrie like this so that the bandit doesn't charge onto our whole push, and we can go for a graveyard. He's definitely going to poison on defense this time, which is okay. Never mind. I think we caught him off guard, and all we have to do is poison, guys. That's going to be GG's. We can just tornado everything back, and there's nothing he can do about it. Yeah, so we're gonna get a GG's there. So that's gonna put us up to 6,200. We're gonna collect our 5k gold. There's still 17 days left in the season, and we're at 6,200 trophies. So I will definitely be hitting 6,600. I'll maybe try to get to 66, maybe 6,800 on this account. I guess we'll see. So this would be cool if we could push to 6,300 alive. So let's see if I can get another good matchup. Okay, so he's gonna go for a furnace. We're not gonna poison the furnace, not yet. I want to see what happens. Okay, so because my bar barrel got a hit, we're not gonna poison at all. This Ice Wizard will stop. Okay, so what the heck? We're gonna drop a Valkyrie down low because I'd rather just activate my King Tower, which the placement to activate King Tower is just like this. Okay, so I think he predicted that we were gonna do that, so he went in for a Hog Rider. So well played, Hog Rider. Okay, so he just dropped his Valkyrie and went in for a freeze. So I don't think he has any elixir to defend this, and we're gonna let go of that Valkyrie no matter what. And I'm pretty sure we just took his right side tower because he just went way too aggressive in single elixir. And I don't think there's any way he can stop this. And now he's going to have a dead furnace. His Valkyrie didn't take our tower. And so we're in an amazing spot all of a sudden. And we can just set up a Goblin cage. And now that I know that he has freeze, guys, we are always going to tornado it to our King Tower. No matter what, because I don't want him to be able to get an aggressive freeze like that ever again. And so now we can set up with the Ice Wizard down low. He's probably gonna go for a Hog Rider in a second. I think we can just go for a Valkyrie on top of that. Yeah, not a bad Valkyrie. And we can go in for a Barbarian Barrel. That's going to completely defend this Mega Knight, even though it's not on our side of the map. And the reason why I'm not letting the Mega Knight cross the bridge is because if I let that Mega Knight cross the bridge, then I won't be able to tornado his Hog Rider to my King Tower. So he's probably going to go for a Hog Rider now. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go for an Ice Wizard to the side so that he can't, once again, so he can't tornado everything. Okay, we're going to go for a high Valkyrie. And we're going to go for a tornado like this. Yep, like I said, you always are going to want a tornado if they have freeze. And I think that was an aggressive freeze once again. So we're going to go in for a graveyard and a baby dragon to tank in the middle. Because I just like we can't let him just like go aggressive like that every single time without trying to at least punish him. So we're going to go Valkyrie and Barbell. And we can set up with a Goblin cage over here on the opposite lane. Okay. So because he dropped another Mega Knight, we can just go Graveyard on defense right now. That's going to just like distract everything. And he's not going to have enough Elixir. And he doesn't have his Mirror in cycle. And Freeze won't take our tower. So that's going to be GG's, guys. Oh my gosh, it's kind of crazy. He also had Lightning. What a weird deck. It's a super mid-ladder deck if you ask me. That will never take you past 6,300 trophies, whatever he's using. Yep, and like I said, that deck will never take you past 6,300 trophies. I'm not capping. He's only gotten to 6,200 trophies. So, yep. I can predict people like that from miles away. Pretty funny to see that happening. Let's see what kind of matchup we get now in our next game. This might be the last one. I don't know. So, because he played Miner, we're just going to play a Valkyrie on top of his Miner. Okay, so he goes for Dark Prince Miner. What could this be? Okay, so we're going to snipe the Dark Prince with a Baby Dragon. And we're going to let go of those Spear Goblins. And the reason why we're letting go of those spear goblins is that I feel like we kind of have to. And so I feel like this is megaknight bait with skeleton barrel, I think. I think it's megaknight bait with skeleton barrel, so we're gonna go Isosword on the side. I would have liked to predict his skeleton barrel over here with the Isosword, but looks like we're not gonna be able to get that. We have to tornado his bats. And so that's fine. This is a fine play. He's gonna go both lanes. Very interesting plays by him. That Spear Goblin won't get a hit. We can go for a high Goblin cage. And let's see what he wants to do. I expect him to play a high Tesla, so I was expecting the Tesla to get one shot off of my Goblin cage. We can go for a high Isosword knowing that he's going to go for a miner no matter what. And I think that he doesn't have a good cycle right now, and his Tesla isn't going to hit our Isosword, so we're going to go in for a graveyard. Because I have to try and get some type of damage. It kind of works out for us, it kind of doesn't. We get some damage, but not as much as I'd hope for. We can just go for a barb barrel on the left side. And so I think now we're starting to have like a better cycle. Here's a really cheap way to punish us if we make any mistakes. So we're going to go high baby dragon just because we need to kill all that. And we're going to go Isosword on top of his miner because I think we can't ignore miners anymore. And that was a bad Tesla in my opinion because we're just going to go Goblin cage like this. And so he's going to go Spear Goblins into our Goblin cage. Very interesting. So yeah, we're going to go Graveyard because he has a Tesla up on the other side. And we're going to go for a tornado. Yeah, kind of good, kind of bad. I don't know. So we can just go Barb Barrel on the right side. That's going to completely stunt everything. We can go for a Goblin cage versus the Dark Prince. We can go for a miner. Okay, so he's played really well and he switched up his miner placement. So I had to actually tornado his Dark Prince. Pretty well played by him, I'm not gonna lie. So I think we just have to start going in for naked graveyards. And he kind of predicted us, honestly, by with that Dark Prince. I'm not sure if he predicted us or if he just got incredibly lucky. We're gonna have to drop a Valkyrie to try and like kill that a little bit quicker. Let me see. I think we have to let that go for a second and then just baby dragon. And then we can set up a Goblin cage over here. And then set up interesting. Okay, so we're gonna Isos like this. We're gonna Barb Barrel Valkyrie. And then we're gonna go in for a graveyard. Because we definitely have to now. And we're gonna have to go for a poison onto his bats, because I know he's gonna play him into the graveyard. And for once, I think we actually got him in a good cycle, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Interesting. So we're gonna tornado that and get our King Tower activation. Finally, you know, like this late into the game. So okay, so because he just played a bad Tesla, we can go for a graveyard right now. And he's gonna play his bats into him. So okay, so he doesn't play bats into it. So he has no miner in cycle now. So we know he's gonna play his wall breakers any second. So we're just gonna go for a predictive wall. And we're gonna go graveyard just to like force out something, and we're gonna go for a predictive poison. We're gonna go for a tornado, and oh my gosh, that became a super close game, guys. Super happy about that. We played really well, and I think he played well as well. I'm not too sure how somebody this low in trophies played that well, but yeah, as you can see, he was a 6,600 trophy player. You can when you get higher up, you can always tell when somebody's playing well. And yeah, so he was playing well. I think he made yeah, he predicted me a couple times. I predicted him quite a few times. That's a difficult matchup as an underleveled player, I'm not gonna lie. So anyways, that's gonna be the end of today's video. This is a longer one for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed that. We just pushed up a lot of trophies. Just to show you guys, I didn't cut out any of the games. This was all live. Yeah, so we beat all these different matchups. See, we beat multiple poison decks, like, you know. So people always are asking me, how do you beat poison when you have graveyard? Like, seems like nothing. We beat an Xbow deck. We almost beat this, this, like, fast cycle 3.0 deck. Like I said, that's a 3.0 deck. I knew his deck. I knew his exact deck as soon as he played Rocket, but I was hoping he didn't have the Rocket variant. This was a friendly battle that I was doing last night, just to help somebody practice. And then, yeah, so we went on a pretty good win streak. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. If you stayed to watch this long, thank you so much. You guys are my most loyal subscribers, and I appreciate the absolute crap out of you. Comment below, say, hey, what's up, awake, or something. Say something, say the word purple. If you say purple, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna know for a fact that you're like one of my most loyal subscribers. So, thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace.